Hello and welcome. Join us now on a journey of how the moles learn new songs. First up is a little bit of homework for each and every one of us, and this is how we go about it in our own way.
Hi, it's Al here. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I go about learning songs. And the first thing I always do, and it's hard to do it, but I always listen to the song first without playing along with it. Because often you think you know the song, but you don't.
But lies, you know that's what you mean to me. Should've known better, but I just did you at first.
I'm Jacko, and I've been asked to tell you how I learn my bass guitar parts for playing with the moles. In the case of Thorn in My Side, just like chords down like that. If it's something a bit more complicated, like this one here, It's My Life, actually write the notes down as well. It helps my learning process.
Well, for me, I tend to just sit here in front of my piano and sing along to the song, play it over and over to learn it that way. I tend to avoid writing anything down like some of the others. I prefer to try and commit it to memory if I can, even if that means a few mistakes.
So, how do I learn my bits for the moles? Well, I lost my studio about a year ago because I moved, so I pretty much got the steering wheel and the pedals of the car to learn on. So first of all, I will listen to the song a couple of times through, kind of get the feel for the song, get the groove right, and then start rocking out on the steering wheel, really.
Now, the other thing I do usually for practicing songs is get all the lyrics. I go through the whole song and write out all the chords. This comes from my time when I used to do solo gigs. And that way, I find I can learn the song quicker. If I know the lyrics, it helps me know where I am in the song.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Run away from you.
I've also learned, before we've run it as a band for the first time, I only need to learn it well enough just to have that first rehearsal. Sometimes we do a song and we go, you know what, it's not for us. I don't want to have spent ages learning all the parts, programming all the sounds, until we've at least run it once with the band. Then I'll go away and do that stuff afterwards.
Okay, so the next part is how we all get together and run the song through, see what works for us, if the song works for us at all, if we need to change any keys or parts to that, and how we work together during the process.
Do you want to change the key?
Well, it's right at the top of your range. And I think if we dropped it a tone...
I mean,
Try it. Can we go back to the first key?
Let's do it in that key.
Which one?
The original key.
That
Original
one.
key.
that one we just
It's
played.
not supposed to be easy for us.
Will you cover the sax bits?
Oh,
Not necessarily tonight, but
I hadn't planned to, so okay, I can do.
I'm definitely not going to do
You're
a
not-
sax sound on the
You're not
keyboard,
keytarring.
because it always sounds shit.
It just depends whether it sounds a bit weird with the guitar dropping out
Dropping
at that
out.
point. So we'll see. We'll experiment.
Yeah. Yes, we will. Yeah. Should we get the harmonies off of the?
Yeah,
Run,
it'd be
run,
better
run.
if we know what.
I mean, it's probably just a standard. Run, 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 run,
Yeah, yeah.
run, 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 run.
But the only thing is, Carl sings a run.
1, 2.
Run, 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 run.
I've written sing E on my part, and it says singe now.
Okay, so here comes the extra fun part, especially for me, because Ian does all the work. This is the tech bit, so he will sit there and work out all the little digital technical details that, well, he'll show you now.
So back at the studio, one of my first jobs is to sort out my keyboard sounds, trying to get that as close as I can. I'm either using this onboard sounds on my keyboard, or I'm using the program here called MainStage, which runs on a computer. That allows me to get pretty much any sound I want. It's a great program. We also use click tracks when we play live. They come through in our in-ear monitors. So the job for me here is to map out the song on this click track, make sure we have the verses, the choruses, it starts and stops in the right time, it's the right tempo. So then once I've done that, I'd bounce that to a stereo file and I put that into a program here called ShowBuddy Setlist. So our entire setlist, every song we do, is in this program, allows me to start and stop it while I'm on stage, order it any way we want. It also does lots of clever stuff like trigger our lighting and various effects on the mixer, the vocals, and also changes my keyboard sounds and does all sorts of clever stuff. So yeah, lots of tech going on, but it does mean when we come to perform it, it can pretty much run itself and I can just focus on playing rather than messing about with pedals and buttons. Lighting. Don't just want to sound good, we want to look good as well. So what I'm doing here is programming some different lighting cues to go with the song that we're learning. So thinking about the mood of the song, what colours might work well, do we want quick flashing lights, do we want slow sweeps, programming these different scenes ready to go. And because we're playing to the click tracks, we can trigger these different cues at different points in the song automatically. So when it moves from a bridge to say a chorus, maybe moving into a middle eight and it gets a bit busier, we can trigger that all automatically through the software. So yeah, looking good.
Second rehearsal now. This is how we go through all the parts, making sure everything's all polished and together and getting it gig ready.
Sound good. I think that sounded nice when you ended it. You didn't slow it down as much. You just a tiny bit. I think that's quite nice.
That was better.
Yeah.
You've got to keep going. Dun, 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 dun,
Really?
dun, dun. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drives the whole song.
all the way through, almost like a synthesizer playing.
It is a synthesizer. Yeah, it drives it.
Was it kind of like?
Oh, it's boring.
Okay, we're gig ready. If you want to come and check out the end result, see us live or view it on our YouTube channel.